She has ice cream in here? Why? That's just random. You can really tell someone's not made for arts at all when they have so many goddamn lines. Constantly braces prevent strength defense, art defense down. Interesting. I'll throw that on her for now. She does seem naturally... I don't want to say bulky, that almost seems rude. Defensive. She does seem like she's a bit naturally defensive. It's hard getting her attack actually up, though. I'd like it to be somewhat comparable to Joshua's, though that's probably asking a bunch since I have a thing on him to make his a bunch stronger, too. Yeah. It's a weird situation, I suppose. Get her HP up then, I guess. And that's probably pretty okay for her setup. At least for now. Because, yeah, like... 1300's not bad, considering... But, like, Oliver has 1300 at the moment. Plus, he's really high arch strength. He has 1700. He's nearly 1300. I feel like I need to get her a new weapon. There wasn't anything to buy for her weapon-wise, so... It's probably related to that. Oh, this is kind of progress. I should go talk to people. Maybe. Oh, it makes some semblance of sense. Plus, I went to the wrong area. Anyways, I went as far as I could, even though it was, like, just down the dungeon. Well, this doesn't feel like progress at the moment. Oh, aren't you sad? Hey, you! You know she's really mad, right? I don't know what you did to make her this way. You better think about apologizing. I wonder if she'd even give me the chance. So I don't think she's... I think she gave you plenty of the chance. Say, you need to cheer up, okay? I can't pretend to know exactly what you're angry about, but I'm sure Kevin really cares about you, and even if he doesn't always show it. Oh, you guys have no idea. Okay. I sure wasn't expecting analysts to have been drawn in here, too. We should keep up with our investigations as quickly as we can. If you need anything from me, please let me know. I'm always happy to lend a hand. Okay. The given us facility to book out for Naraboni, and yet let's look at this. It's been recreated here. There's gotta be some kind of meaning to that choice. Because it didn't feature prominently between the other two games and they wanted to use it again? Probably. Could the Lord Phantasma be intentionally recreating places that are connected to our group in some way? Well, there's a bunch of other places connected to our group too. It's clear from everything they've said and done so far that the foes have thoroughly researched all of us. Yet recreating places from outside the barrow is certainly not something I expected them to do. Again, we're all assuming that they recreated it. Okay, good. Being smart about this. Just who is the Lord Phantasma anyway? Don't know. People are down here. No, I think it's safe to say that His Excellency the Chancellor isn't in any way involved in this. This is far too roundabout a plan of attack for even him. I can't be so sure that Ouroboros isn't, however. Well, I can't disagree that this doesn't feel like something he would do. Not least because if he wanted to harm you, he had plenty of chances to do so in Heimdall. Let's find a way out of here as soon as possible. Who knows what's happening in the outside world while we're here. True. Time could be stopped, or maybe, you know... Rudy, how fast is the investigation? If you found anything out, do come and let me know. I'm so curious. No, you're coming along. I just need to make sure I talk to all of you. You're over here too now? Huh, really? That doesn't match up with what I heard, though. Weren't you so worried about him that you collapsed after finding out he was okay not that long ago? Please, I did no such thing. Huh? Are you S-U-U... Oh, are you sure about that? It didn't take Annalise long to get a handle on her personality. Not long at all. Oh my. So this is the famous Reese, huh? She's so cute. Oh, you know it would be dangerous to leave you with her at this point. Let's continue on. Sure can do. This may be obvious, and simply just a matter of how I like to do things. Also, this guitar sounds really cool. I'm probably going to end up primarily using the characters I like versus pure strategy, or even trying to use a lot of different characters. I'll probably switch some of them out, but I'm probably going to focus, even if I switch people in and out, just in general. Probably mainly the characters I like, the parties I like, even if some of them are more for strategic purposes. Because right now, it feels like they're just giving a ton of options, and I don't think I care enough from a gameplay perspective to try to force myself to use everyone. So, yeah. Oh wow, look how pretty the trees are. They're so green when Estelle and I were here. It's like a whole different forest here now. So you weren't here? It certainly is pretty, but don't you think it's odd? The leaves like coniferous trees don't usually turn orange like this. That is very true. Most don't, but there are some varieties that lose their leaves in the fall for sure. Can't remember the names though. He's not better than me, but, well, I see. Don't mind me then. Actually, wait, the trees near the lodge are the same varieties, Actually, wait, the trees near the lodge are the same varieties, of these, aren't they? Oh my goodness, I cannot talk today. Those are still green, too. Yeah, so your first guess might have been wrong, but there's definitely something off here. So, we better be careful. What does it mean for them to be orange? Just that they're orange? Maybe this place is supposed to be a different time. A lot of ideas coming to mind. Okay. You have more options, definitely. So that, I think that's the same as before. Yeah, I think that's the same as before. I think that is, yeah, that one's different, I think. And that one's, I don't think that you had that before, but that reminds me a lot of Alora's attack. Cool. Chest, a lily necklace, okay. Please save us from these treasure chest messages. We're out of ideas. Well, you're fucked, and you're gonna stay fucked, because you fucked yourself. Bring to me the girl who shines like the sun in May. The boy who cherishes that light be at her side. Only then shall the door open. Okay, is that a moon one? Yeah, that's Estelle and Joshua, for sure. Weird place, right? I guess they're sort of random where they are. I can't even sleep in peace. Call that sleeping. I can sleep so much better than that. Okay, so that attack doesn't actually damage, it just brings people in. Which would be really good to combine with other stuff. Like Evil Eye. That is it has a big area of effect too, I'm gonna add. So, awesome. Give that back, it wasn't yours. It's mine now. HP 4, nice. This chest is empty and it smells like old people. Really, really old people. You know, I sort of think there's a decent chance we're gonna get into like the level 3 quartz thing in this one. Seems pretty fair, considering how fast we're going up them. I don't even remember if any of the endgame stuff in second chapter really did that in any way. Kyriabon, you know, I'm worth a hell of a lot more stuff than that lousy trinket you just took. Yeah, but I'm not gonna be selling you this shit. Ah, sludgy cookie. Learn the recipe for sludgy cookie. The aromatic hickory lining that just permeate the sludgy cookies with that mouth-watering flavor. Why are all the food things in here so disgusting sounding? It's so obviously on purpose, too.
That's that. Let's move out.
Oh boy. Cavalry Cross. We found a plank. You found a plank of wood, but it seems to be nailed down. Is that the bottom of the chest? It might be the floor of the chest. It could be the floor of the chest, and I'm pretty sure that was a. Yeah, no. Oh, it looks so similar to her sort of weapon too. I guess they're the icon for hers, and I'm guessing Chloe's and Julia's, the rapiers, are just very similar. Stay away! Please don't come any closer! So that sounds like... Yeah, it does. Don't tell me. Oh, for fuck's sake! Of course it is! I didn't mean any harm! I swear! I don't do anything like that ever again, so please spare my beautiful life. Set him on fire. Set him on fire. The guys just loves bringing us together, huh? I bet we're the only two... It would be funny if me and Gilbert, or Kevin and Gilbert, are the only two real people in this place. I'm saved! I say yes, please help me. Do we even have a choice? I don't want to settle my conscience any more than you do, so... No, not really. Great. Okay. Oh, no, Oliver, don't do it, no! Oh, well. That's fine. Yeah, it's asleep, not so asleep, and it's dead. Yay. Yay. You okay, man? That's terrifying. Are you supposed to be part of Ouroboros? How do you keep getting yourselves into these messes? You are so rude. I didn't even end up in this situation because of my own error. It was the result of a tale so tragic anyone who heard it would be moved to tears. I think there's a more pressing issue here, to be honest. How did he even get here ahead of us? That's a good question. Did he get through the second and third planes warp circuits before somehow? After parting ways with you after the castle, I found myself surrounded by armored knights. Naturally, I fought back with all the skill and grace I'm known for, but during the fight, I was engulfed in some kind of strange vortex. Next thing I knew, I was in front of the building near the cliff. Oh, what's a miracle. I clearly have been chosen by Artios herself to be the hero of a new story. As you get saved. Kevin, you think? Yeah, sounds like he just ended up getting drawn to one of the vortexes that pop in the battle every so often and make things vanish. Damn, though. And I'm all the way here in the 4th place just because that is some luck. Seriously. Lost for words, I see. Not that I can blame you for being all of my good fortune. Oh, we're in all, right? Anyway, you said you ended up in front of the lodge, so how do you end up all the way out here? Did you decide to start looking around? Well, and this time you're the one with the good question. You're saying things like, I didn't mean any harm, or I'll never do anything like that ever again earlier. What was that about? Whatever do you mean? I have absolutely no idea. Well, what if you say something? It was merely the result of me being so relieved to finally be able be out of mortal danger. I think I know what happened. You're so hungry that you went and tried to grab one of the Beastman's food, huh? Well, you have no reason to feel ashamed, to my man. Everyone needs food in order to live. You want a cookie? I've got a few of them on me as a snack, To snack on as it is. Yes, you can have a cookie. Gilbert, do you want to come back to our base with us? That might be an idea. We got plenty of food and water back there. Save your pity. I was able to steal at least a month's worth of food from them already. I've got nothing to... I'm not going to need any more for quite a while. It's all mine, and mine only. I won't give any of you so much as a crumb, but you do realize we just said that we have plenty of food back in our base. So long, losers. He's incapable of listening, isn't he? Is he planning on staying here for over a month? Who knows, but all we can do is leave him to his own devices for now. If he doesn't want our help. I wouldn't be surprised if he changed his mind. That does sound likely. Well, we'll just have to be ready to give him a warm welcome when he does, then. Annalise, can I have one of those cookies? I so would be up for one of those cookies. Oh my goodness, there's a shiny bomb, 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 there's a shiny bomb. Delay. Yes, I delayed. Shadow Spear. I don't know how good these are. I have no idea how good these are. In this current one. No, okay, a garden. That's fine. Yes, there we go. We're good. And that's also 10. You can die too. No one cares about you. Come on. There we go. That wasn't much. It was a good amount, but that wasn't really much at all. Joshua learned Supreme Vigor. But I got a bunch of those too. Nice. Okay. There are bombs. There are some bombs. In this game, somewhere. I don't think they really give much in terms of experience, it seems, but it seems to be more on the 7th side. Say, what year is this? I've lost count. I don't fucking know. You think I pay attention to the timeline? Or capable of following it? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. Okay. Gatling gear. First step towards beating kleptomania is admitting that there's a problem. Yep. Let me know when you find someone that has that problem. EP cut forward. This chest was made with state-of-the-art air freshener technology. Well, the air does smell minty? Is that what those typically do? I'm not sure. There's my improved weapon. Okay, that's good. Oh, I missed one. My bad. Not really sure what you expected from me. I'm a fox. Yes, you are. I agree with that assessment. Okay, with this one found, let's move forward to what seemed likely to be a... Oh yeah, this is just an offshoot area. My bad. I hope my contents were speedrun worthy. Maybe. They seem like they're pretty good upgrades for him. Oh, he's such high attack at the moment. He's so good at the moment. Oh, the nice guitar music went away. If I were to get... Shara? Okay. Shara? It's always Shara? Shara? So, she's our lady this time, huh? I was expecting one of the other two, but okay. Makes sense that we'd find nothing but raises out on one of the training grounds. We have to defeat her so we can get her sealing stone. Here's hoping we can have the real thing by our side. Exactly. Okay. Let's look at these things. Beastman with a bird's head that causes blind, confusion, and drains CP. Amnesiac. Okay, that's concerning. Can it do it from a distance, I wonder? And then Shara. Still can't use air on them. So... let's... try it. Okay, they are moving forward. You know what? We gotta wait on that one, I guess. Let's try it. I don't have a good setup at the moment, honestly. Just don't steal CP. Okay, they're all out of there. I'm not sure okay, resist. She resists, which is probably the more important one. Oh. Yep. Oh, small little area, whatever. Oh, that didn't do as much as I was hoping. But they're all together now. Mostly. Oh, blinds! I forgot blinds! Damn it. That gets rid of the blind. Oh no, that's not the one I wanted, He was 2500 HP. Love. Sniper shot, that's what I want. They're not stealing CP yet. Or are... No, they aren't. I used her as scrap, I forgot about that. Oh, you guys have to move away? That's confused. That's a confuse. That's a confuse, I'm not... wanting to have at the moment. Oh, the confused. How do I go about this? Okay. Hoping wasn't good enough. God damn you and your stupid little thingamabobs. I don't have the easy way to bring people back either. I do have Thalos. It's fine. Time off. Oh god, she had that ability. I forgot about that ability. Screw you. There we go. Good old grabbing that 50 CP. Okay. We should be good now. Okay. I didn't actually mean to use that, but okay. My bad. Right, she does have an impede move, doesn't she? Forgot about that. Not enough for that yet. I can... Flicker! No! Oh! I was betting on that hitting. I can sort of bait her into... That's something that's very common in these, isn't it? Where you can sort of bait people into attacking or not attacking people based on who's casting arts at a time. There we go.
99.
Not bad. Not the worst that it could have been. And a ceiling stone. Okay. Found ceiling stone. Nice. Now we should be able to set Shara free too. Huh. I can hardly wait to feel her in my arms again at long last. To the garden, my friends. I can hardly wait to see her again too. I'm sure she's going to be a big help to us. Okay. Anything else back here? No prize. Like chest? No? Okay, fine. Okay. We're assuming it's Shara. I don't see any reason why I did not think that. Started telling us beforehand. Since the Analyst one established a precedent. Now the Grim Cell Fortress. No idea who's gonna be there. Unless it's a stone. Huh? That's not Shara, is it? She looks different. Did she cut her hair? Huh? Oh. What? Oh my. My goodness. She got her hair, huh? Yep, about a month or so ago. She got herself some new duds to match, too. This isn't like me at all. You know, normally I prefer long hair looks. That's not bad. That's not bad, Sharon. I haven't had anywhere near enough to drink to start feeling this out of whack. No, there's no stopping me now. Pour me another, Ina. Tonight we're going to the Swanton Fair. Nice to see you again, Sharon. Joshua? How long have you been back for? What happened to Estelle? Is it just me, or did you put on some muscle while you're away? You look stronger. Well, thanks. I'm happy to hear that. Be as it may, I can't believe you still haven't commented on my presence. How could you disregard you to Olivier Dunham, your loyal servant, and the man who ever holds the key to your hearts? Olivier. Wait, you're not the only familiar faces here. This whole place is kind of bizarre, too. Can someone explain to me what's going on here? We will, so calm down, okay? I can hardly blame you for being surprised. Yeah, your reaction is part of the course for this place. Okay, I think I get what's going on here now. Still, under ordinary circumstances, I'd have a pretty hard time believing all of what you said was possible. It's easier to chalk this up to just an alcohol-induced dream or another one of Lucy's illusions. No doubt. Oh, woe is me. How could you look upon my fair countenance and beautiful locks and not believe I am the one, the only true Olivier? I said under ordinary circumstances, Olivier. There's no need for that. First, what would be the point of showing me this illusion, an illusion this bizarre to begin with? As for the dream explanation, there's a bit too much internal consistency here for me to lean on that theory. True enough. Thanks for believing us. So, I take it you'll be helping us from now on, then? We could sure use you. I'd be happy to. When I think about how Steph's most likely been dragged into this place, too, how could I say no? I wouldn't be a good big sister if I didn't look after my little sis, now would I? Thank you, Sharon. A true model of a woman. Cheers, we appreciate it. Anyway, we've given you a rough outline of the situation we're in. Currently, we're in the middle of exploring what's apparently called the fourth plane, so that's where we'll be presuming from. Alright. I've used the facilities at locally before as a trainee back in the day. Since you found both me and Annalise there so far, perhaps the other sealing stones you find there contain other people who've trained there as well. Sounds plausible enough. I wonder if we'll get Estelle, or one of the other, bracers that we come across a lot. That means that, the chance to find Estelle there is high. I don't know, maybe we'll find Kirk, Grant, or Karna. That's not possible. They certainly been to Look, but they went there more as instructors. Okay, interesting, then basically Estelle? Unless we come across someone completely new. I don't think they've ever been purely as trainees the way you, Estelle, and I have. Understandable. But why would that rule people out? Just because you two have been? Alright. Hey, Shara. You know if Agate has ever trained there before? You just want to see Agate again. Oh, you mentioned it. Yes, he has. Has he? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Shit, I forgot he was a bracer. How did I forget he was a bracer? Now that I think about it. Yes, he supposedly tricked him to going, and he was, well, not a fan of the experience. That was about 4 years ago, I think. Oh. That means both him and Estelle might be trapped there. It's possible, yes. They're both fine. I'm certain of it. They're also in the ceiling stone, which seem to have done a pretty good job of keeping people safe up until this point, so yeah. At any rate, we now only have 1 of 3 ideas remaining. Indeed. So find out who has to trap tie the training ground soon enough, and all that remains is to rescue them. Yep, as soon as we're ready, let's move on. I sure can do that. As much as I wouldn't mind Shara in my party, and would probably put her in my second main party at this point, I think I want to roll with Annalise and Oliver for a bit longer. I don't know, I just wanna. Oh, yeah, things have changed over here. Annalise is over here, so let's switch her out for someone who's probably not here. Yeah. Oh, she's not over here anymore. Interesting. Kevin's always been like that. Even now, nothing's changed. He's selfish, he's arrogant, he's self-centered. As I stand in front of your face. He also needs to act like he can handle everything by himself all the time. It's a sorry excuse for a human being. Oh boy, I think I'd better make my exit. He comes, okay, oh no. And since you're so rudely eavesdropping, I don't want to talk to you. Go away. Oh, okay. Oh. Interesting. They changed that at the end. I didn't know Kevin was like that when he was growing up. See, that must have been really hard for you, Reese. Crap, Sweet Dean is actually buying it all. No! Thought he's a really nice person. I didn't know he was like that when he was growing up. No! She'll believe it. Oh, that's just awful. I had no idea he was that bad as a kid. She's exaggerating every detail just so they'll take her side. Still, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Maybe it's all a big misunderstanding. Oh, that's possible. Then again, if anyone really wishes the world had a bunch of misunderstandings coincidentally just happening, I think it might be Josette with Joshua. One day I'm gonna have a time in party, like, counter or meter or something, and these two are gonna be in my party, like, more than most other people. This place just baffles me more than the more I think about it. This is the only fountain. If only this fountain were full of booze instead of water, then at least I'd have something to keep me company. You're kidding me, right? Yes, I know. I'm pretty familiar with the locale since I've been there myself. Took me long if that's what you're planning. That's where you're planning going. I'm sure I could show you around. And I want to rescue Estelle as much as you guys do. Yeah. Shara, let's go over to the library. There's a weird sister hanging out over there. Oh my goodness. And Elise just goes over here. It's like, oh, you're acting weird. Oh, you're acting sort of like insecure and stuff. And then, like, as soon as Shara comes over, she's like, let's go bug her together. She's real cute though. I think you'd like her. Oh my goodness. This again. Hey, are you listening, Shara? Shara, come do things with me. If alcohol is what you desire, my dear Shara, then I should be happy to provide. This beverage I acquired from the great tree has quite the fragrance and its taste to match. Unfortunately, however, I haven't included the maker of the year. You do know inviting a drink with you is going, and in the vomiting in the fountain. Don't vomit in the fountain, right? Dear Joshua, you can sit close to me, but as long as Aina isn't here, I will persevere. Why are you looking at me like that? I will be fine, won't I? Won't I? You haven't learned your lesson yet? Why? I was surprised when I saw Shara's new one. As far as I'm aware, she's been growing it out since her troop days. Yeah. Still, she did go through a lot during her time with us. Did she ever? I think, well, we all know she'll be just fine, though. She's a tough cookie in both body and mind. Yeah, I agree. Still, with the fragrance of the trees and the sound of the waterfall gently falling, this place really takes me back to my old training days. It's kinda nice. Zin, you haven't trained at the locale too, have you? I wonder. Scree. See, he's happily eating food from Chloe's hand. Should not you rest, Your Highness? I mean, she's sort of off, doing anything duty. Oh, I'm just feeding C. He said he was hungry. It won't take long, promise. So I'm truly glad we have to find plenty of food and water here. We probably owe that to that ghost, too. True, it is a bit weird that there is food and water here, Buren. I take it those armed beastmen we encountered are another reflection of the Lord Phantasma's unpleasant taste. I cannot talk today between this and the other thing I recorded. But whatever, I'm tired of putting up with their ridiculous games at this point. Let's keep pressing on. That's the plan. No idea what he's planning, but I'm tired of having the ridiculous, I'm tired of dealing with the ridiculous games. Let's keep pressing on. Right. Okay, I think I'm going to call that it for an episode. Or a recording session. Combine the fact that I don't think I can talk today with... it's probably a decent stopping point. One other thing that I remember being told, I just remembered sort of recently. Achievements. Battles, 213. Victories, 158. I'm guessing that's including running away. Knocked out, 13? Is that period or just times I've died? Because that's plenty possible. That doesn't seem like an unrealistic one, considering there's sometimes I just let things die. And, right, for that door. I'll probably go do that next time, first thing. So I'm going to end the recording session here, so I will see you all next time. Drive safely, everyone. Hello! Hello, and welcome back to Trails in the Sky, the third. Last time I actually recorded nearly 2 weeks ago, so it has been a while. I've been trying to finish up all the stuff for the other two series, get a little bit ahead on those, and considering the fact that I was falling behind in how much I was recording and everything, this is now nearly up to where I was previously, or like the episode. Well, I think I have like an episode and a half still recording worth or so. So this will probably be in the middle of the episode anyway. For example, right, okay. For example, someone mentioned something about me, well, there being one here. I don't think anyone actually told me that I missed it, because I legitimately never saw this. Bring to me the fist of steel, which nothing in this world can move. Only then shall the door open. Zozin. Who I have. The moon doors are definitely something I feel as though I'm definitely going to wait for cutoff points, like in between chapters to do. Because those are long, real long. And this is one that definitely should be available. Those who have blah, 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 blah. Come on. Yep, I am over 100 battles, so I should be good. Yes, that's open. Whatever it is. This is a star one, right? So yeah, this should be minigame, it said. Oh, I hope it's not like that. I hope they're not like, you know, I would be surprised if they didn't reuse that minigame from the Sky Bandit stuff, because they made a whole minigame for it. If they just did it that one time, I'd actually be surprised. Get us a memory fragment though. It doesn't involve any of our characters, though, so... Enclosed is a report on the damage dealt to the former Principality of Northumbria by the Salt Pail. Oh... I was wondering what it might be, but yeah. Maybe it's a Kevin thing. Maybe the thing's related to Kevin or related to, no one in the group have, like... stuff like this, where you don't need a specific person. Also contained within is the research on the Pale itself. Holy City of Altalia. Congregation for the Sacraments. Written by Reese. Ooh. I had gotten the impression from the second chapter that Kevin was the one to use it in Northumbria. Maybe I misinterpreted that wrong. We'll see. I hereby present this report to you, Your Holiness, ever at the side of the goddess. This report contains classified information and may only be read by those with clearance to do so. Certain sections of the utmost secrecy have been blacked out. Oh, aka spoilers for other things in the games, in the overall arcing games and whatnot, the story arc of the games. Progression of events after the Pale's appearance. July 1st, slow moving text. Does this speed it up? It might speed it up. 1178. I don't know what that is relative to our current date, because I don't know what the current date is. 5:45 a.m. Yeah, this... It does. No, it's going faster anyway. An urgent report came from Halias Cathedral in the then Principality, now a state of Northumbria and the northern Zemuria. Right, because Erebonia, like, annexed it, right? It stated that a giant white pillar so tall it appears to kiss the clouds had appeared on the outskirts of the city. That feels less than vaguely familiar to some of the many things that have already happened between Cold Steel and this, right? Our, like, second chapter. It's a bit different. Cold Steel had a tower. Cold Steel had a tower. This did not have a tower, but still. Just a random, amazing structure to do horrible things shows up, and what do we get? A horrible thing happened. Maybe that's what it is. Bishop Alexei, the one who sent the report, behaved as if extremely unsettled by what was happening. My urgent order of the committee, 2 Knights of the Gralsritter, the 8th Dominion, aka the Roaring Lion, and a Squire, both of whom were working on another mission in a nearby nation, were dispatched to perform a formal investigation. They hurried to the scene via the 8th Merkabah unit. Please note that the Merkabahs had only recently been put into use at this point. They arrived promptly, and at 6:22 a.m., oh, that was pretty quick, this is what they saw. Yeah, that feels plenty possible to be part of the... It would be very similar to what was happening in Erebonia. It's definitely a bit different, but... that does seem to be splintering up out of the ground. Interesting. Enclosed is the photograph of the object now known as the salt pail. At this point, however, it was far larger than the term pail would suggest. It was more akin to a massive tower that soared hundreds of arg into the air. The two knights provided the following observation regarding the situation on their arrival. We were met with a mighty hailstorm blowing in our direction from Haliask, and so it appeared at first, until we eventually realized the storm contained not ice but salts. The object's surface is completely covered with salt, making it impossible to tell what it may actually look like underneath. The surrounding air has become powdered salt, and it falls to the ground like snow falling on a tundra. If this is affected in the same way that we saw like here with the Oriole and such, and maybe a bit with the towers in Erebonia, and the tree and crossbell that we know from the Cold Steel games. What could it be, though? Like, elementally. Salt. That doesn't really line up with anything except maybe Earth. And they're talking about it like it's snow, so it's almost like... But they're saying it's not snow, which is a very distinct difference. The surrounding air has become powdered salt and it falls to the ground like snow falling on a tundra. The spread of that solidifying process was startlingly rapid, and the affected area spread in the blink of an eye. By the time the Grodsritter arrived, the entire landscape of the capital had turned to salt, and the lives of many who lived there, like the aforementioned Bishop Alexei, had already been lost. Yet the spread did not stop there. A day after the salt pail first appeared, a vast coniferous forest zone north of the capital crystallized and collapsed. Crystallized? Crystallized how? Bridges also collapsed, rendering all the main highways out of the city unusable. Please note that by this point, then-ruler Prince Belmont had already fled the country to a nearby nation. 2 days passed since the pail's appearance. By this point, roughly half the entire principality had become a sea of salts. Countless refugees had fled to the southern side of the country because the River Creve stood between it and the affected area. Finally, 3 days after the pail's appearance, the solidification process had stopped at dawn. As a result, the knights were able to advance to the capital, Haliask, with the hope of investigating the salt pail. That afternoon, they finally reached it. But what they found would look completely different from how the pail had been before when they first arrived in Northumbria. Oh, the salt came off of it. In the center of the solidified area, they found an object that was a mere 2.5 arg in height. So it was a massive tower covered in salts, or it was a mini little itty bitty tower covered in a ton of salt. Its surface is no longer blanketed in salt, rather, it looked as if something had been carved out of it. I guess arg. Arg is like a kilometer equivalent, right? It might be. Even if it isn't, it's not like a meter versus a kilometer. I'm trying to speak of it in meters and kilometers instead of like miles and feet, because, right? I'm sure they're more typically converting to those. It looks as if something had been carved out of it. It is now believed that the pail's mass decreased as the solidification process progressed. In its smaller state, the pail had lost its power to turn swaths of the country into salt, but its ability to solidify was still very much intact. Anything that touched it, even for a millisecond, was instantaneously turned into salt. It was the utmost importance to handle it with care. Which means they took this thing, and they cut it up and made stuff like Kevin's arrow out of it, right? In order to complete the mission without physical contact, the Grodsritter required the use of the sacred tool, Gleifnir, which was delivered to them from the high seat in Arteria. Since then, it has been kept closely sealed away deep within the high seat of Arteria. Still, while the recovery mission was ultimately deemed a success, the damage it already caused was equally vast and significant. No damage to the surrounding area or surrounding nations were reported, but it resulted in the destruction of 3 of the 5 administrative districts of the Principality, including its capital. Over a third of the total population, along with travelers from elsewhere, lost their lives. It's to say nothing of the emotional damage caused. Due to the sudden outbreak, the hearts of North Ambria's peoples were overwhelmed with fear and uncertainty. From a humanitarian and religious perspective, a swift response from the Septian Church was all but necessary. The decision was made to dispatch personnel to the region right away. And upon arrival, they set about rebuilding the damaged churches and healing of both the physical and mental wounds of the people. Those who were left orphaned in the crisis were taken to gospel facilities, where they would be cared for until adulthood. The northern region of the country, which had been turned entirely into salt, was placed under the church's control. It has been a restricted area ever since. Okay. Supplementary notes. After some time, the country's former leader, Prince Balmont, attempted to rebuild the government, but given that he had fled the country during its hour of need, caring only for himself and not his people, all authority he once had was gone. The following year, the country's people led an armed uprising, and the Principality of North Ambria was no more. Eventually, elections were held, and the country became a democracy, thus bringing about the birth of an autonomous state we know of now. Oh, no! It's not part of Erebonia. That was part of the things I read about for Cold Steel 3. That were, like, some of the really early, like, we've time skipped ahead, and North Ambria has now been annexed by Erebonia. I remember that. I hope I didn't spoil anything there for anyone. I don't think it's a big spoiler, because it's one of the, like, little random notes and premise that they gave out for Code Steel 3 beforehand, and I imagine there's much more significant things that won't be just there at the beginning of the game anyways. So, you're right. Speaking out my ass. Just speaking out my ass every day. Eventually elections were held and the country became a democracy, bringing about the birth of the autonomous state we know of now. This is also when the former principalities' armed forces were formed as a vigilante corps. Given the extreme poverty of the state, however, the majority of the said corps consider gathering foreign currency to be of the utmost importance. Hence all the Jaeger corps from there. This is how the large-scale Jaeger corps known as the Northern Jaegers was first established. Okay. As far as the rest of Zemuria is concerned, this is where the tale of the Salt Pail ends. But a number of very important questions still remain unanswered. Perhaps the most obvious of these is where it came from. Despite the considerable size of the object, and that it appeared on the outskirts of the populated city, no information is available regarding the moment it first appeared. Probably because those people are dead. Or alive and did it on purpose and don't want to tell anyone. The most popular theory is that its appearance was due to something akin to a spatial translocation, but no hard evidence exists to support this or any other theory. Well, if you look at the initial picture, it looks like it was, like, digging into the ground. I mean, are you implying that it's spatial? Maybe it's a dimension thing, in the same way. Someone unlocked it, or Boris unlocked it, and it had to do with a, Septarian in some way, even if it itself is not a Septarian. Of more importance, however, is its positioning in the teaching of the Septian Church. The Pale is clearly different in nature to artifacts, and appears to be a more fundamental manifestation of the goddess's powers of creation, Committee report. With the limits of our knowledge at present, this is as far as we can get to the truth. There are some who have proposed it may be one of the Septarians, but no evidence has been found in legend or scripture to support this belief. Nevertheless, these questions and many others need answering, and the Congregation of the Sacraments continues to study the Salt Pail to this day. The most acceptable proposal comes from those who believe the Pail should be seen as nothing more than a gift from Idios, and they continue to consider various means for her church to make good use of it. Yeah, it's most acceptable. You're gonna run out of things if you're cutting them up and making bolts out of them. The most realistic of these plans is using it using it in the manufacture of the sacred tool used for execution. Parts of the pail are cut away using high-pressure water and surrounded with a cylinder made from salt crystal, allowing them to be fired directly into the target without requiring the user to make direct contact. That seems very wasteful. Are we assuming that, let's see, can I bring up a... No. There's no cursor in this section. Oh well. But the bottom one of those two, is that from the salt pail? You don't want to make the entire bolt out of it. You want to make it like the tip of it. Imagine like poison arrows, poison bolts. You, if all you need is just contact, any contact, then realistically, all you really need to do is to, like, make the tip of it based off that. And you don't need to make the entire bolt based off of it. If you're really making the entire thing based off that, then that is wasteful, especially considering how big that really was. Should the bolt make successfully contact with a human target? That's a typo. Their whole body would turn into salt, killing them in mere seconds. There are no known means for reversing or stopping the process. This approach does not come without flaws. It seems unwise to be careless with objects we still do not understand the true nature of, for one thing. There are also humanitarian concerns for executing someone in this manner. Okay. I guess I was wrong. So they didn't cause it, whatever it was, up there in Northumbria. It sort of seemed to imply that in the second chapter, but yeah, obviously I'm speaking out my ass. Still, it does bear mentioning that should there ever be a case where a target needs to be eliminated without fail, this would be the most surefire way to carry it out. It should go without saying that research on it is intended to continue into the future. Okay. Appendix regarding the aforementioned sacred tool. Try use of the sacred tool. Why is that censored? Just the name? Huh. Permission granted to use in the execution of Wiseman. Use in the execution of Wiseman. Results were extremely favorable. No damage was caused to the surrounding area. The target was also successfully erased. Great. About the target. The target was orphaned by the salt pail when it first appeared. Really? That's a weird bit of irony. A brief history of something is as follows. Joined Septine Church. Right, because he was sort of a priest thing. Joins the Congregation of the Sacraments as an official. Promoted to bishop. Declared a heretic and excommunicated from the church 5 years later. Great. Great. That was fun. Petrify. Oh, thank you for Petrify, guys. That makes... Hey, Kevin? Yes, Kevin, I really do believe we should have a discussion about what we just saw. Yeah, Kevin, what does that all mean? My biggest problem with these doors is that they feel like they're here just to be here. There isn't really a good reason for them to be here. They're not even acknowledged in the story. There's basically the one scene when we came across them and we're like, yeah, we can get a memory thing if we do these stuff. We're never going to acknowledge them fucking again, though. And while I like their use of allowing side stories and stuff, there is an element to it all where it really does make it feel extremely detached from everything when you don't even acknowledge the things in them. When it's literally just the side story thing that has nothing to do with anything else. The only excuse for them to be there is because they wanted to use this setting in order to allow you to sort of kind of maybe make sense to be able to do them. So... yeah. And that was a star door, not a sun door, so yeah. My bad. Oh, that was a sun door. That wasn't one of the... yeah, that was a sun door, my bad. Huh. That was a moon door. The darling of pure white radiance and proof of her scholarship. I'm not sure who that is. Still. Now, Shara makes sense. Tita makes sense. I mean, this is obviously still in Joshua. Pure white radiance and proof of her scholarship. I don't know. Oh, I suppose another thing that's worth mentioning, as it was brought up previously, is that I don't need to actually level everyone up. It was generally recommended that I do, and I'm probably going to try to switch out between probably 2 parties worth of people, but I really can't say I care to try to switch between everyone. Probably the biggest upside of getting everyone it was suggested that I go and find a place basically before the final dungeon, I believe it was then, and level people up then, which I don't have a problem with. I was also told it wasn't really that necessary, but I don't have a problem with that either. Throwing all, like, if there's a good place to level up at that point and just get people up to respectable levels in the same way I did in the 2nd chapter for basically most everyone, I would be perfectly okay with that. So I think I'm going to probably go that route unless I change my mind, which is perfectly possible, so yeah. Sure, we got us in one. Let's do it. Bring me the visitors, nothing in this world can move, only then shall the door open. Yes. Go on, Zin. Do your thing. Okay. What have we got? This is the mini-game one, right? What mini-game could you have involving Zin? Maybe like a, side-scrolling brawl 'em up. Memory fragment time, and my blessing. Okay. I'm good with that. Mysterious gentle friend. Oh, good day, duo. The place you're about to enter is an arena where history's strongest warriors gather and eagerly awaits new challenges. And today, we'll have the opportunity to be those challenges. Do what you can to emerge victorious. I feel I must warn you, though, however, this is a martial arts tournament like no other. Only the best make him beat. The rules are simple. First, the 4 of you will form one team and step into the arena. It has to include Zin. There, your team will face off against 3 others, one after another, with no breaks in between. As for the rest, I'm sure you'll pick it up as you go along. So, what are you saying? Would you be interested in joining us? Sure. Splendid. Well then, if you don't mind me following, if you don't mind following me. What? What? I see Ren up there, and Lode, and Estelle, and okay. CP won't be okay, let's try it. I'd like to not have to use it in this, but apparently that is what it currently is doing. And now, it is the moment you've all been waiting for. Tonight, 4 new warriors will be stepping up to the plate and challenging the normal arena. The normal arena, okay. So let's get right into introducing our fierce fighters, shall we? In the blue corner, we are led by Father Kevin Graham of the Septian Church's Gross Ritter. Standing against them in the red corner, we have the mysterious Team Men in Black. Oh, that's a great sign. Let the first round begin! Stop right on up and ready your weapons. Okay, ready? Fight!